This is the Gen 6 Stage 2 Supercharger Kit from Whipple Superchargers. You guys can pick up your parts and get those entries for your opportunity to win the truck and the cash. This truck is now a beast, completely different from how it was stock. We added a couple hundred horsepower to the rear wheels. This thing is insane. Yo, what's up, Team Lethal fans? Mustang King in the house. We're next door at WBA Performance, right next to Lethal headquarters, and today we're going to be installing some badass supercharger kit on our giveaway truck, which is a 2022 F-150. This is the Gen 6 Stage 2 Supercharger Kit from Whipple Superchargers. So before we get into installing the kit on the truck, what we're going to do is unbox everything, talk to you guys about the components and the supercharger that comes in this kit and why it sets itself apart from all other superchargers on the market. Like I mentioned, this is the baddest supercharger kit out there, hands down. So let's get going, unbox it, talk about it, and then we'll get rolling with the install. Now remember guys, we're giving this truck away from now through December 31st. All you gotta do is head on over to Lethal Performance and make your purchases. You're gonna earn one entry for every dollar that you spend, as well as any brand that's involved in this build, you'll earn double entries. Now, you're gonna get the truck fully built up, along with $15,000 cash from the Mustang King himself. Just think about it, guys. You're gonna be spending money to mod your truck, your car, whatever. Why spend it elsewhere where you don't have the opportunity to get yourself entered to winning a truck and $15,000 in cash? So head on over to Lethal Performance, place your orders with us, and get those entries and the chance to win the truck. One lucky person to be able to walk away with the truck and the cash. So head on over, place your orders with us, and get those entries. So without further ado, let's unbox this Whipple kit and talk a little bit about it. All right guys, we've got the Stage 2 Whipple set up, laid out in the back of the F-150 giveaway truck. This system is gonna add some major horsepower and torque to your truck. From the factory, the 2022 F-150 is rated at 400 horsepower at the flywheel, which means if you put it on a dyno, it's probably gonna make more in the 350 wheel horsepower range. Well, add this kit onto this truck and it's rated at 675 wheel horsepower on 93 octane. That puts it about 775 flywheel horsepower, almost double the wheel horsepower that the truck came with from the factory. Now those ratings are based on a completely stock F-150. However, with this truck right here, as you guys seen, we've added Cook's 1 7/8 inch long tube headers with their high flow cats and the Corsa catback, which we know is gonna help make this truck make more power. The Stage 2 setup from Whipple Superchargers includes everything you need to install on your truck and drive away, including the calibration. The system is also 50 state legal, so I don't care where you guys are in the United States of America, you're gonna be able to pass emissions and have a CARB EO for California as well. Now, a lot of people think when you add a kit like this, it's gonna change drivability on it, it's gonna change the way the truck drives. Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen when you put your foot down on the pedal and mash it down. However, driving around, this truck is gonna drive exactly like the truck did when it was stock. I'm talking you go grocery shopping, pull up to the drive-thru, fast food, whatever you want, the truck is gonna behave just like it did when it was stock, except for when you put that pedal down to the floor and you'll be making some crazy horsepower. Now, although we've got most of the main components of the supercharger system laid out here on the truck, there's still quite a bit of parts that we've got still in the boxes. This kit comes with everything. I'm talking down to every nut, bolt, hose, clamp, everything you need to install it and drive away with some major horsepower gains. Let's start with the heart of it all, right here. This is the Gen 6 Whipple Supercharger head unit. Gen 6 is their newest and greatest design. I'm talking the highest efficiency out of any other supercharger that Whipple has built. The difference between the Gen 6 and the Gen 5 is the newer rotor profile on the Gen 6, as well as the port design on the inlet. That's gonna help produce more horsepower, less boost, and be more efficient, so you're gonna see less heat going into that engine. Right here, we've got the inlet of the Gen 6 Supercharger, and it is massive. I can literally double fist this thing, and this is where we're gonna be mounting that 132mm billet throttle body up to. There is no restriction on this at all, allowing air to be pulled in, freely, providing maximum airflow to those rotors before it's compressed, going through the intercooler and into your engine where the horsepower is going to be made. The Stage 2 setup comes with a 6-rib 3.875-inch supercharger pulley that's going to yield you guys somewhere around the 12 pounds of boost range. Our next crucial component of the Whipple Stage 2 upgrade is going to be the fuel injectors. Right here, Whipple supplies you with a Bosch style injector, which is a 55-pound injector, very similar to the 2020 to 2022 Shelby GT500, which we know makes gobs of power. So they're upgrading this system knowing you guys can make power like that car does, which is an awesome thing because that car makes crazy horsepower. The next piece of the puzzle is the high-performance spark plug from Ford Performance. These are included as it is a boosted application. It's going to help with a cooler burn and combustion chamber, as well as help prevent detonation, and it is made for boosted applications. And this right here is what separates the Stage 1 to the Stage 2 supercharger system and provides that extra horsepower that the Stage 2 setup has. It is Whipple's 132mm throttle body, which is a billet design. The Stage 1 system actually uses your factory throttle body and an adapter to mate it to the inlet of the supercharger, where this 132mm throttle body bolts right up. It is massive, it flows so much air and has no restriction, and that's what provides the extra horsepower that Stage 2 has over the Stage 1 kit. And here we have the high flow intake system from Whipple that they provide with the kit. It actually comes pre-assembled with the air filter inside of it already. Again, this thing is massive, allowing more flow, less restriction, and providing that supercharger with the air that it needs to make the horsepower that it's rated at. And this piece right here ties into what we were talking about before, is Whipple's intercooler design, what makes it so efficient and better than all the other systems out there. It is their massive oversized heat exchanger, which works in conjunction with their high flow intercooler pump and ties everything into that dual core, dual pass patented intercooler design. And last but not least, the biggest piece of the puzzle is right here. This is Whipple's Tomahawk V2 version handheld device. This is what you're going to use when Whipple sends you the calibration through email to load it onto the device and then flash the vehicle with the calibration. This device is real easy to use. Not only does it allow you to flash the vehicle with the calibration, it also allows you to change gear size and tire ratios, data log, as well as read and clear DTC codes. This is actually one badass device. If you guys are a fan of Mustangs, which I am as well, you know the 24 Mustangs cannot be calibrated by any other custom tuning company out there. However, this is the device that Whipple uses to flash their supercharger kits for the 24 Mustang and other vehicles. I've used the Tomahawk on so many different vehicles over the years. It's great to use, and again, what separates Whipple from the rest that's out there. And there you have it, guys, the Whipple Stage 2 supercharger system with their Gen 6 head unit going on the Team Lethal F-150 giveaway truck. Before we get going on the install, remember to head on over to Lethal Performance to get your parts, your accessories, and your swag, and gain your entries to winning the truck and $15,000 in cash. The giveaway is going on through December 31st. So for all Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the month of December, you guys can pick up your parts and get those entries for your opportunity to win the truck and the cash. Here's a little pro tip for you guys out there installing Whipple Supercharger kits that use the Tomahawk device. What we're going to do right now, before we install the head unit or any part of the kit, we're going to go ahead and use the device to request a factory cal file that we're going to send over to Whipple, which then they'll send us the calibration for the truck with the supercharger. That way we're already ready to go. Before the system's finished being installed, we'll have the calibration ready to go so we can fire the truck up right away and get going. Real quick, we'll put the key in, turn the accessory power on. We'll plug the Tomahawk device into the OBD2 port right under the dash there. It's going to fire up. Request cal file, file created, and then we're going to remove the SD card from here and send that information over to Whipple Superchargers, following the instructions that they put on their instruction sheet. And then they're going to build the calibration and send it back to us, which will load onto the SD card, back onto the device, and eventually flash the vehicle with. Now that we've got the REQ file on the SD card that's inside the device, we're going to pop that out, plug it into the computer, and follow the directions that Whipple provides in their instructions to send that request file over to Whipple. From that, they will build the calibration for the supercharger system, email it back to you, you'll load it back onto your SD card, put it into the Tomahawk device, plug it on in, and flash it so we're ready to go and make some power. that Whipple Gen.6 3-liter supercharger is on the giveaway truck. Nick is doing a phenomenal job on the install. Getting very excited. Can't wait to fire this thing up.
Nice. I see it shooting when I know it's shooting.
Time! Nick is just wrapping up the install, just going over it, make sure we got our coolant level topped off. There's no leaks or anything like that, but now it's time to flash the Whipple calibration onto the truck using the Tomahawk device. Very easy process like we showed you before. We actually received the calibration back from Whipple, loaded it onto the SD card, put the SD card in the device, and now let's go ahead and follow the prompts in order to program the vehicle. All right, right there. Programming, very easy. Hit enter. Software update, reprogramming, enter. Writing it. All right. Press enter to start. There we go. And it's doing its thing. Yeah, boy. Tomahawk is really easy to use. We've used it a bunch of times on plenty of different vehicles. And like I mentioned before, Whipple's pretty much the only guys who have the 2024 tuning down for both the Mustang and the F-150. So obviously there's no reason to shop elsewhere besides Whipple Superchargers here at Elite Performance. Guys are the best. I love you, Dusty. We got 13% complete. And once we roll through it, it'll probably tell us to turn the key in the off position and restart, or try to start the vehicle after 10 seconds has gone by. And we'll see if we can fire it up. Here we go. 99 problems, but a Whipple ain't one. Look at that. Flashing. We're done. Almost ready to fire it up. How we looking up there, Nick? Oh, man. Purrs like a kitten. Sounds good. And now we're making some horsepower, baby. Yes, Whipple power, baby. Yeah, boy. First drive, Whipple supercharged. I'll tell you what, this thing is making a couple hundred more wheel horsepower than it did when we pulled into WBA. Nick did a phenomenal job. The kit, I mean, like every other Whipple kit, goes on easy as can be, comes with everything you need. We had no issues, perfect. And here we are. Truck drives just like it was when it was stock. So smooth. I noticed with this truck when I was driving it, with the factory calibration on it, you can sense that like a cylinder deactivation, kind of like a lug along, like a slow shift. That is not doing it right now, so thankfully that's fixed. That was annoying as can be. Definitely a major improvement. No more fart box sounds, guys. Let's go put some fuel in this thing, and maybe we'll give it a little bit of a rip here. Since we went with the good one for you guys for the lucky winner, we didn't do the 2-wheel drive. Hey, we did the 4-wheel drive because we knew we're putting a Whipple on there. It's going to make the power. If we didn't have 4-wheel drive, we just smoked the tires. So we got this thing in 4 high right now. Give it a little punch. I haven't felt it yet. I'm surprised that I haven't done that. Let's get it, boy. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. That's a fast truck, man.
Oh, it feels so weird, this much weight moving like that.
That's a fast truck, dude, and it's loud. Wow.
I mean, it feels like you're in a couch, and the couch just like...
That feels awesome, man. Hell yeah, Whipple power, baby.
Oh, that is ear deafeningly loud.
Yeah, guys, we just wrapped it up. The Stage 2 Whipple Supercharger Kit on the Team Lethal F-150 giveaway truck. Nick over at WBA Performance did a phenomenal job on the install, and as you guys can see, it made a humongous difference. This truck is now a beast, completely different from how it was stock. We added a couple hundred horsepower to the rear wheels. This thing is insane. Remember, this truck is up for grabs to one lucky winner. We're doing our giveaway through December 31st. Every dollar that you spend here at Lethal Performance gains you an entry to winning the truck and $15,000 in cash. And also, every brand involved in the build earns you double entries. So head on over to lethalperformance.com today. Pick up your parts, your accessories, and your swag. Get those entries to win the truck and the cash on the Mustang King. And I'm out of here.
Yeah?
It's brewing right now. I'm gonna have a little more of my Monster for a full brew. You know when the coffee pot makes that sound at the end of the brew? It's like, and it's done brewing, that's when you know you're ready to go.
So after the farting all stops.
Yeah. After that, you know it's like,
it's right at the edge.
It's cleared the way, bro.
Yeah.
It's basically, it's like, you know,
purged it.
It's purging like your coolant system, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Get all the air out, then you know the turn's ready to come. I just can't resist myself over here with an inlet like that. I have such a hard time with such a massive inlet. I just want to, oh yeah, dropping loads. Seriously. F-U-S-T-A-N-G band. A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
Fucking Gilligan's Island now?
Yeah.
How'd you get to Gilligan's Island, dude?
Dude, a 3-hour tour, bro.